Hey, Facebook. So, I hardly ever do lives. I want to do more, but I'm not really good with this live thing. So if you check the description box, I don't know how you look at that thing. I don't know how you work this. But anywho, if you check the description box, one of my friends was having a discussion. Hey, Devin. Hey, Pammy. About the fact that she asked what about the purity culture, about the fact that a lot of times people make it seem like purity is like marriage is a reward for you remaining pure, or abstaining from sex is your reward is going to be marriage. You're going to automatically get married. You're automatically going to get a husband or a wife or whatever. And so in talking to the two young ladies on the post we were just talking on, I think the biggest disservice that the church has done has preached the fact that we need to, you shouldn't have sex until marriage. You shouldn't engage in certain activities until marriage. And then you're going to get married. You're going to get this wonderful husband. You're going to get this wonderful wife, and y'all going to live this happy life, and everything's just going to be great. And that's not true. It's not true. The thing that I learned, and I got caught up in purity culture when I first began to abstain, because I thought that if I waited and obeyed God in that area, that I was going to be married. I thought I was going to be waiting like a year. I was like, it's going to be like a year max. God's going to send me my husband, and I'm going to ride off into the sunset. And in the past 7 years, because it's been 7 years, God has really processed my heart, and really processed not only my heart, but my intentions in why I was waiting. Because a lot of people are waiting for the reward of marriage, but your waiting is really about the fact that you love God, you reverence him, you fear him, and that you want to honor him in every area of your life. So it's not just about honoring him by not having sex outside of marriage. It's about honoring him in the way that you think, honoring him in the things that you do, honoring him in the things that you say, honoring him in the way that you treat other people. Purity is not just about not having sex. Purity is literally the totality of who you are. And that's one of the reasons why I wrote the Purity Devotional that I wrote, because God began to show me that purity is like a lifestyle. It's a complete and total lifestyle. So you walking in integrity in every part of your life is purity. You treating people like they are somebody, no matter who they are, is purity. You covering your eyes and not allowing just anything to enter your eye gates is purity. You not listening to just anything is purity. So we think that, I'm not having sex, so I'm good. No, but you have a dirty mind, or you have an impure heart. And the Bible says, who shall ascend into the hills of the Lord? Those with clean hands and pure hearts. It doesn't say anything about you not having sex. It doesn't say anything about you not being someone that's engaging in like crazy sexual behaviors. He talks about the fact that those with clean hands and pure hearts are the ones that are going to ascend into his hills. Those are the people that God looks for. Those are the people, the righteous ones. That's who he's looking for. He doesn't care nothing about the fact that you're abstaining if the rest of your life is a mess, if you're a mess in the rest of your life. So if you're someone that's completely mean and you're just, basically a witch to everybody, but you're abstaining, you're walking in purity, you're whatever, but you're literally basically a witch to everybody. God doesn't care about that. He doesn't, that literally your worship doesn't even rise up as a sweet smelling aroma to him, because he doesn't receive that, because your heart isn't pure. Your life isn't pure. The things that you do aren't pure. The things that you watch aren't pure. So I think we've done, like, and I say we, the church, has done such a grave disservice. Hey, Richard, grave disservice to not only young adults, but young adults like my age. I guess I'm almost out of being a young adult. Ugh, I can't believe it, I'm 35. But it was really impromptu, Victoria. But God, hey, Brittany. But God has, the church has really done a disservice to young adults, because we make it seem like if you do this, this is what's going to happen. First of all, everyone's process is completely different. Let's just make that clear. There are people that I've seen that waited 5 months and God sent them their husband and they were married and they've been married like 7 years. Meanwhile, I've been waiting 7 years and I'm like, hello, sir. I'm still over here waiting. Hi. But God literally had to process those intentions, those impure intentions out of my heart where I was waiting because I wanted a husband. And it wasn't until about maybe 3-4 years ago, like halfway through the journey, where God literally began to show me, yeah, you're abstaining, but you're mean to people, or you have a real bad attitude, or you don't obey me when I tell you to do certain things, or you don't, you know what I'm saying? You're not walking in your purpose like I want you to. So yeah, I'm abstaining, I'm doing all this stuff, and I'm rah for purity. Meanwhile, I don't have things in order. So purity is not just about not having sex, guys. Please, please, please understand that it is not just about not having sex. You're literally allowing your life to be a testimony of who God is. You're allowing your life to testify to the goodness of God. You're allowing your life to testify that there's a God that loves us, that sent his son to die on the cross for us, that wants to love on us, that wants to save us, that wants to give us a life that's beyond anything we could have ever imagined. And it's not just about marriage. What if he never sends you a husband? You have to get to the place, if you really want to go on a purity walk, you have to get to a place where you say, if you never send me a husband, God, I am completely satisfied in you. This whole purity journey is about me getting completely satisfied in God. Like completely, to the point where I don't care if he doesn't send me a husband. I don't care if I never get to experience pregnancy and having babies. Like, I am completely satisfied in you, God. And God had to get me to that place. And it took 7 years. It has taken 7 years. Like, this has not been easy. This has not been an easy process, because God literally had to strip me down and show me, like, hey, you're only seeking me for what you can get out of me. Not because you actually just love me, and not because you just appreciate me as your God, as your Savior, as your Lord. You're seeking me because of what you can get out of me. And so what God is trying to get a lot of us to the place of in this whole purity movement and this whole sanctification process is the fact that he wants to get us to a place where we know that no matter what happens, no matter what I don't get from you, God, that I'm still going to serve you, that I'm still going to love you, that I'm still going to reverence you, that I'm still going to magnify your name in this earth, that I'm still going to preach your gospel. There are people that are giving up on God because they haven't gotten what they've wanted from him. And that's not how it works. If God doesn't give you what you've asked him for, are you still going to serve him? Are you still going to love him? Are you still going to reverence him? Are you still going to magnify him? Are you still going to glorify him in this earth? And so even with one of the comments on the post was the girl said she wanted to know that being a virgin that doesn't automatically make you, hey Quisha, it doesn't automatically make you more better than the women who aren't virgins. Being a virgin does not make you better. Being a virgin doesn't mean that you're doing it the right way, because there are a lot of virgins that I've talked to that are wrapped up in pornography, that are wrapped up in that bondage, that are wrapped up in lust and perversion. So just because you haven't had actual intercourse, that doesn't mean you're not wrapped up in bondage. That doesn't mean that your soul is pure. That doesn't mean that you're living a holy life. So being a virgin doesn't automatically get you marriage. Walking and abstaining from sex doesn't automatically get you into marriage. Living what is perceived as a holy life, or what you think is a holy life, unless it pleases God, unless it glorifies him, unless it literally draws people to him, unless there's actually fruit in your life, all that stuff you're doing, if you're just only thing you're doing is walking in purity, listen, you can throw all that away, because none of it glorifies him and none of it is bringing glory to his name. So, and that's what we're here for, to make disciples, bring glory to the name of Jesus Christ. That's it. He didn't bring us on this earth and promise us that we were going to get husbands and houses and cars and all this other stuff that people prophesy over your life. That's not what he promised us. Or thinking you have less partners than others. Because listen, God is going to bless the women that have had 300 partners, and he's going to bless the one that has had one partner. And that's another thing. I think we try to weigh ourselves against other Christians to make ourselves feel better. None of us are better than anybody else. You are not better than the girl who has slept with everybody on the football team, or who has slept with everybody in the band or whatever. You are not better than her. You're just not. And men, you're not better than the guy who, has slept with every woman that he's ever met. You're just not better. God has a plan for each of us, and he can sanctify any and everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. No one is beyond the redemption of Jesus Christ. No one is beyond the salvation of Jesus Christ. No one is beyond God drawing you in, cleaning you up, and literally using you for his glory. He can use anybody. It doesn't matter if you sold your body. It doesn't matter if you've stripped in a club. It doesn't matter if you're a drug dealer. It doesn't matter if you're a murderer. Whatever you've done, God can literally turn your life around and still use you. It doesn't matter. So the thing I want to get across tonight is we keep doing these things for God, expecting something in return. How about we just serve him because we love him? Like, serve God because you love him, because you want to bring glory to his name. You want to honor him. You want other people to know about this God that you talk about all the time, and no one around you is experiencing him but you. Why is it that you're the only one that's experiencing the presence of God, the goodness of God, yet your family is unsaved, your friends are unsaved, your coworkers are unsaved, and nobody's experiencing the benefits of you knowing God? Oh, but you're walking in purity, or you're abstaining. So what? What's the benefit in all that if no one around you is experiencing anything from that? So I don't know if anybody has any questions. I just got on here and started talking. So my name is Marilyn Desilme. I run a purity blog, I Waited blog, where I interview married couples. It started off as me just interviewing married couples who waited until marriage to be intimate. It was a way to encourage other young adults in their walk of purity. And in that journey with the blog, God has really literally, first of all, just torn my life down, torn my intentions down, and just show me that, first of all, purity is not just about not having sex. And then also that marriage is not just about two cute people getting together, getting a house with a picket fence, and y'all have 2.5 kids and y'all live happily ever after. Purity is literally about purpose. When God puts two people together, he allows two people to get married. There is a purpose that he has for the both of you to do. And he also knows that the two of you need each other to do it. So there's purpose in marriage. It's not just about so you can get married and have sex, or so you can have some cute kids, or so you can stop paying all the bills on your own. I mean, I'm going to be really happy when I don't have to pay all the bills by myself, but I'm just saying, like, that's not what it's about. It's just not. And so I don't know if anyone has questions. Devin, do you have any more questions? I wrote a Purity Devotional, 21 Days of Prayer and Purity, where I literally just lead people through the different ways of purity in your mind, in your heart, with your eyes, with your ears, with your hands, your feet, with your money. We have so many ways. People out here scamming, calling themselves Christians. You can't be a tax scammer and you call yourself a Christian. You can't be out here scamming people's credit cards and you're a Christian. That's not integrity. That's not purity. So it's your whole life. People think they can do certain parts of their life, give it to God, and then other parts of their life, they live in a hot, total mess. It doesn't work like that. God literally wants your entire life. So that's all I got for y'all. I hope it helps. I hope that helped Devin. I think the other girl's name was Brittany. I'm not sure if she's still on. But yeah, if you guys ever have any questions, you can definitely inbox me. Any questions, any prayer requests. I'm always praying for anyone that needs it. But yeah, I really want our generation to get it. I know we were taught wrong before, like, remain pure, you going to hell, or fire and brimstone preachings. And that's not what it's about. God doesn't want us to be afraid of going to hell, and that's why we're not doing it. He wants us to not do it because we love him. We reverence him. We literally lift him up above any and everything that we want. Like, I want God way more than I want to have sex. I want God way more than I want to be a millionaire. I want God way more than I want a husband or kids or a house or all this stuff. I want him way more than that. We have to want him way more than all this stuff. We've become a generation of social media has magnified it. Like, you got all this stuff, you good, you blessed. That's not blessings. Blessings is knowing Jesus Christ for real. That's when you're really blessed. When you know him, like, for real. Not you have houses, you got a Louis bag, you got Christian Louboutins. That's not blessings. So I hope that helped, Devin and Brittany. If you have any questions, hit me up. All right. Peace.